Hey everybody, so this is Chris with Thunder, and I wanted to walk you through a solution that we put together as far as for our customers that are usage-based or sell a usage-based product and wanted to capitalize on not only having the flexibility that comes with a usage-based model, but also allowed you to set some, monthly minimums, a minimum amount that you're expecting to receive to both give you a little bit more consistency from a revenue stream perspective, but also allow you to better kind of forecast and plan for your business. So just a high level kind of how this works. I've skipped ahead. We're at a quote here. So I'll go ahead and jump in and show you this kind of at work. This relies largely on setting up consumption in Salesforce CPQ. Consumption schedules, consumption rates, all of that go together at a product level. So what I'm going to show you today, we'll just pick the basic bundle. As you'll notice, I'll just click through the options. We don't really care about these. One of a couple things I wanted to call out here, right? So list unit price is $59. So what we're saying is this basic bundle is $59 for a month, is a monthly number. So that is the list rate, if you will. You may not have a list minimum. You may have it can be free and the entire product is consumption based. What this customer has is a base fee, and then there's a monthly minimum amount of usage, and then a per usage unit use rate combination kind of in the background, which I'll show you. So this is going to be like for this product, you'll have a $59 charge every month that the product itself is active. And then we can kind of hover over this tab right here where you see view consumption schedule. When we pull this up, this is where we actually get into application of a monthly minimum, right? So what we're saying here is whether or not they use none or they use 7, our monthly minimum is going to be applied here, which is going to add $40 to our price. So we'll have, $59 plus $40, which will get us to $99 a month. For every number or quantity, in this case it would be like an employee for this product. It is a fee-based per unit schedule that we can ramp up. Again, if they kick in from 7 to 8, they've got it's an addition of $2, because again the way that this is broke out is basically all of their additional units or all of their usage units are $6. What we've done is we've said, okay, if everybody's $6, we need we need to make this kind of linear, right? So if we take our 40, which is our minimum, it actually encompasses 7, right? It's really 6 because your upper bound is inclusive. So usage 0 through 6 is gonna be in here at 42, or is at 40. To include usage for number 7, it would actually be 42. So we increment it up to 42 here, and then everybody after that is 6. So the way that we've structured this in the system is, and again, these are all adjustable on the fly as well, right? So you can say, hey, for 0 through 7, we actually want the total monthly price to be, or monthly minimum to be $119. You can set that here. You can increment it up to 100 and say, okay, this is now it's actually going to be $159. You have the ability to dictate, kind of negotiate with customers. It does also retain what it was initially defined at, so you have traceability when it comes to approvals. You can know what happens, because people always don't go up, sometimes go down, right? They make things cheaper than they need to be. So you can see that, you can report on that, you can base approvals on that. But again, whatever we put in our first tier, this is guaranteed. This is a required amount. This is what will be charged. So you're able to forecast that number. I'm going to go ahead and just go back to quote here. I'm not going to save. So just to kind of show you what this looks like when you're quoting, right? So, and again, I didn't save our settings where we jack the price up. So behind the scenes, we have our monthly minimum that we've set as a system default, and we've also left for this customer. We'll give them, rack rate, list rate. It's going to be 59 plus 49. So we've got 24 months. So as you can see here, we hit click save to actually do the calculation. What this is going to do is it's going to say, okay, 59 plus 40 times 24. It's going to give us that $2,376 as a total, which that does math out correctly. Now you have the ability to go in and say, okay, our total contract value for this term is, is this much. You can break it out, into 24-month increments and say, hey, we know we're going to bring in $99 a month at least, because we've got that minimum that we've imposed. And then anything that they would use from a usage perspective over that sixth unit of usage will have a dollar amount associated to it, whether it's that true up tier or that flat $6, per unit afterwards. Again, all of these elements are exposable. They're related to the actual quote lines themselves. So you can see again, like what's been changed, who changed it, when it was changed. And then these things can then be pushed downstream to give you some traceability and forecastability from a revenue perspective. So again, for your 24-month time period, you're going to bring in at least $99 a month, unless somebody cancels or something like that in the middle of the agreement. Again, we can set this up a different way as well, where we would have usage, much like we do here, much like I've showed, but instead of having a true up tier, everything could just be, the $6, per unit, or it can be a flat fee as well. That's the other option we have here. But, if you set everything up just to be a true per unit usage model, then you could actually just set your monthly minimum to your list price. So again, if you're saying, hey, we want this to be, $200 a month, for 24 months, we could set the product up to do that. That way you're always going to have, that commitment or that expectation that you would be pulling in, $200 a month, before any usage is actually, been accounted for or forecasted. I will say that this is a solution that we have built. The way that usage works out of the box with Salesforce is it doesn't give you the ability to forecast a quantity change. Since usage is 100% variable, that is something that actually Salesforce CPQ and Salesforce Billing on the box. It doesn't give you the ability to specify a calculated number out of the box. We have fixed that here, so you can see we can adjust and affect overall pricing. So as I mentioned, your quantity 0 through 6 are all included. So if we set it to 5 and hit quick save, you'll notice that our total field here, which is at 2,376, it doesn't change because it's still in that minimum period. We haven't gone outside of what's included per month. So we're just getting that application of monthly minimum. If you were to, really set this high and it's 250 employees, when you hit this calculate button again, or this quick save button again, it is actually going to go through and process and then rate out. So now you can see we had the minimum that was applied, but now we've exceeded the minimum and we are correctly forecasting or generating a number based off of what we think. And again, in CPQ, this number is, again, something that we can set into, like any kind of forecasting system, or even standalone reporting within Salesforce to give you visibility into kind of what you were expecting here. Because we know this number, our total commitment number, or what the customer is saying they're going to be at, along with the term of the contract, so we can spread it out ratably. We can use it as a pure forecast metric and then actually draw usage or revenue down once we've actually invoiced it and had an event that would actually trigger revenue recognition. So these are different things that we've set up from a quoting perspective. Again, they can all be used to solve a use case of having actual monthly minimums, as that's what we've done for this customer here today. Any other questions, feel free to let us know. We'd be happy to talk more about the solution as a whole. Thanks.